Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Paranormal News. Today's article comes from infinityexplorers.com, and the headline is FBI Documents Confirm the Existence of Giant Human-like Aliens in a Declassified Report from 1947. The FBI has declassified documents that mention flying saucers and multi-dimensional beings. The nearly 70-page report was written by an anonymous professor and recently leaked online. According to the Daily Star and Sputnik News, the documents called Memorandum 6751 allude to the encounters with aliens dating back to 1947, mentioning discs with lightning bolt speed and other extraterrestrial objects. A very serious situation can develop at any time regarding the flying saucers, the memo says, indicating that in people's minds this could create near panic, along with international mistrust. If one of this attacked, the attacking plane will almost certainly be destroyed. And here is the actual document right here. You can see a snapshot of it. The anonymous author of the report goes on to describe the flying saucers and how they operate. Quote, and this is a direct quote from this FBI document. Part of the discs have crews. Others are under remote control, says the author of the report, who also insists that their mission is nothing more than peaceful, but they have sufficient capacity to deal with human weapons. The memorandum alleges that the human-like but larger visitors contemplate settling on this plane, traveling on discs that feature a type of radiant energy or lightning that will easily disintegrate any attacker. Noting the unmatched evasiveness of objects, he says that they re-enter from the etheric at will and disappear from our vision without a trace. These are some of the details of the Memorandum 6751, written on July 8, 1947. The same day as the first press release on the recovery of a crashed flying disc on a ranch near Roswell. As we have discussed previously, the author is anonymous, but says that he has several university degrees and was head of a university department. It should also be said that the memo was written for the FBI and is not an FBI investigative report. Unlike the early Roswell reports, this document refers to living things, much larger in size than humans, who visit us regularly and occupy another dimension other than ours rather than another planet. It also doesn't say how the anonymous researcher obtained all this information. From here, the information on Memorandum 6751 is confusing. Unfortunately, the other 66 pages are not available. On the other hand, the Film Daily News portal offers another interesting revelation, although also undocumented. Apparently, a decade ago, the FBI declassified a 70-page document and put it in its database on the internet called the Vault. Film Daily says Memorandum 6751 was declassified in 2010 and published in the Vault. He also says that ufologists frequently mention this report, but until now, no one knew of its existence. Certainly this memo has everything we need: extraterrestrial revelations, controversy, and confusing information. But regardless of its origin, what no one can deny is this: that 2020 is being a really active year when it comes to aliens. More and more people consider that they are preparing us for the great revelation. And let's face it, if they do come, 2020 is the perfect year for their arrival, as unlikely events are occurring, from killer wasps to a global pandemic and an alien invasion. It sounds good. Do you think they are preparing us for first contact? Will they present themselves as the saviors of humanity? And that is the end of this article. Now, several very interesting things here. First, it was said that this was written on July 8th, 1947. which was the same day as the very first press release on the recovery of the flying disc at Roswell. So that's interesting there. And that also tells us that the government has known about aliens and stuff even before then. Because if this was published on the day of the first press release of the Roswell crash, and they're talking about aliens that are much larger than humans, like these giant aliens that visit here regularly, that means that they have knowledge of not only the fact that these are aliens, but what they look like, and that they have been coming here for a long time. So that means that they have known about the fact that aliens exist and are visiting us since before Roswell. Now, we know from those documents in the vault, which I've begun covering all of those documents on the channel. I've got, I think, 3 or 4 videos out now that cover different released documents in there. We know that they have recovered bodies on multiple occasions at multiple different crash sites. And we know that they're well aware that aliens exist and that they've been lying to us for a long, long time. I will eventually get to this memorandum, Memorandum 6751. It is in the vault of declassified documents, is what they're saying here. And I have that entire vault of declassified documents. So as I cover them, I will get to this as well, and you'll be able to hear the entire document. But the relevant parts of it were quoted in this article. So I guess my question to you is, what do you think of this? It's not an official FBI investigative report, is what this article said, but it was written for the FBI, and it was in possession of the FBI and declassified and released in this vault of declassified documents. So we know that the FBI had it. We know that the FBI considered it important enough to keep it. So that would lend credence in my mind that they believe that it's true. So what do you think of that? The fact that we have multiple different kinds of aliens. Because we know about the small grays from the Roswell crash. We know about the tall grays. We know about Nordic type aliens from different documents in the vault. And now we have these giant aliens that we now know about as well. It seems to me like it's a lot more complicated of an issue than just little green men or little gray men with big black eyes. Seems to me like there are multiple races of aliens from multiple areas that the FBI has documentation on that they have declassified. Another very interesting part of this article was when they talked about the fact that these things do not come from another planet. The giant aliens that they're speaking about, they are from another dimension, not another planet. So that is a whole nother spin on the whole idea of aliens. Now, it's a theory that's been out there. It's not like it's brand new. People have been talking about this, but it's interesting to me that they're saying it's not from another planet, it's from another dimension. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think about it. What do you think about the idea of creatures from another dimension visiting us, as well as creatures from another planet? As always, thank you for listening. I appreciate you, and I will catch you on the next one. Until I speak to you again, love many, trust few, and do harm to none. God loves you, and so do I. Bye-bye.